So then, we return to the world of Railgun with a sweet emotional experience as we go through episode 15 of the Certain Scientific Railgun T animated series. It's in this episode we get the emotional backstory of Minori Kozuku and get to see the friendship of Minori and Dolly expanded and explained. Plus, we also get to see a more sensitive side to Misaki Shokuho's character, which was different, yet left a pleasant taste in the back of your mouth when you're watching it. Pleasant experience, it's a better way to put it. Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Delia, and today, like I said, we are going over episode 15 of the Railgun T anime series. And I know it's been a while since I've done one of these reviews, but this episode that we returned on had the tones of emotion, sadness, and happiness. Plus, the character interactions were all great throughout, and you know what? It was a fun time, even if the waterworks were on full blast. So let's start off by talking about the character of focus within the episode, Kozuku Minori. It's within this episode that we learn and get to better understand her hatred towards the higher-ups within Academy City. As prior to this episode, her reasoning and motivations were hinted at, but never explained. It turns out that her hatred was gained by the governing body allowing these types of experimentations to be conducted. After seeing Dolly's scars, she realized that they only care about data and scientific facts that can be proven. They don't actually care about the humans themselves or the clones themselves. To them, the clones and humans, their lives are insignificant when compared to the data and the scientific advancements that they can have within the field of study. So this of course built up a lot of resentment, a lot of hatred from Kozuku, because she just wanted Dolly to be better, wanted Dolly to not have to be experimented on constantly. This is just backed up by the treatment of Kozuku after she threatens a researcher. They knock her out and hold her captive, because they still see a use within her for her ability, despite Kozuku not actually being very friendly and acting hostile towards them. Learning all of this information about Kozuku whilst seeing how friendly the bond was being created between herself and Dolly was wholesome and sweet, but at the end of the day you knew something sad was coming. However, because of this emotional build-up and this connection that we got to see unfold and develop throughout the episode, it allowed the emotional impact at the end to deliver wonderfully. Once that music hit, tears of sadness flow. Tears of joy were being shed everywhere. You felt like, you were genuinely happy for the characters as they were reuniting with their long lost friend. And you know what? I honestly really enjoyed that ending. I think it's worth noting as well that Kozuku never got a chance to see Dolly again after seeing those scars. So when the clone at the end said that we thought you hated us and we thought that you thought that we were ugly because of our scars, that line hit me hard. Not gonna lie, that brought on the feels, because Dolly at that age was so insecure about her body because of the scars that the researchers placed on her with the experimentations. And you know what, it's a very dark undertone that they had with it, but it has such an emotional impact that not only impacted the reader, but also the characters as well. Now then, getting to see a more vulnerable side to Misaki Shokuho was actually really enjoyable, as well as the fact we already knew the pain and frustration that she felt after not being able to help her friend Dolly when she was a younger girl. Having to witness Misaki Shokuho apologizing to someone, that goes to show just how much Misaki respects and values Dolly as a friend. Misaki Shokuho doesn't come across as a type of character who would apologize to anyone. Her pride would rather manipulate a person's memory and make it so that she was never in the wrong. Yet when it comes to Dolly, she acts very differently around her. Dolly was the first real friend that Misaki Shokuho could actually create. And of course the trauma from losing her and not being able to save her and the frustration that followed makes it so that Misaki just used her powers in a way that kept people's at an arm's length. Finally trying to say it. Even Mitsuki Shokuho going to get Kozuku was out of character. She knew that Dolly would be happy to see me again, and in fact, Shokuho felt like she had no right to even talk or see Dolly again after the fact that she failed to understand the situation and helped her friend from suffering when Dolly passed away at a very young age. She was about to walk away once Dolly woke up until Dolly stopped her and kind of, told her what Mitsuki wanted to hear. Mitsuki wanted to be able to converse with Dolly and be friendly and reignite that that memory, that feeling that she had when she was younger with Dolly originally. But she kept saying throughout the episode that, warning Kotoku that although this person that we're going to meet is Dolly's sister, she'll have Dolly's memories because of the way that the network works. It won't be Dolly herself. Mitsuki Shokuho kept building up walls to try and prevent herself from collapsing and breaking down when she saw Dolly again, or someone that at least resembles her and acts like her and remembers the things that they did. But of course, Dolly knocked that wall down. Probably the only character within the series that could do that, maybe apart from Toma. But yeah. If you wish to have another example of Mitsuki Shokuho acting slightly out of character, just look at Mitsuka's friends and how their memories were changed to be very understandable of the fact that Mitsuka was never involved within something dangerous. Mitsuki Shokuho knew that if Shirai and Saturn and Ueharu remembered Mitsuka being in danger and turning into like this godlike entity creature with electric flowing through them, not only would it cause a headache for Mitsuki, but it would also make her friend, Mitsuka's friends worry. So they just don't remember her within the entire Daihatsu festival and still think she's had a stomach problem. So yeah, all around, Mitsuki Shokuho's character within this episode just came across in a new light, which, again, became enjoyable. Now, their whole friendship scene, eating cake and having fun together, added a bit of a sweet, wholesome feeling to the episode that served as a bit of a break from the tears, allowing our eyes to dry just a little bit and our smiles to shine through as we laughed at the goofy antics that Mitsuka's crew and friends were doing. The animation throughout the episode I thought was amazing, and I really loved the attention to detail on the characters especially. Even when we have the younger versions of Mitsuki and Dolly and Kozuku, I thought that the attention to details in where they knew that the girls were being strained and it was a hard, stressful test that they had to go through. So we saw that within the face reactions and the emotions that were being displayed in their facial expressions. Even when Kozuku was like looking out the window and they had like all rough edges and she'd been in captive for like a very long time. That was awesome. I really did enjoy that. So yeah, great visual elements, brilliant sound effects and music throughout that really did help add more impact to that emotion that was being delivered, really allowing us as the audience to kind of bring on the waterworks when it finally happened. Plus, I have to say, every character within this episode had a smile that just brightened up even the darkest and gloomiest of rooms. Simply beautiful and entrancing. Overall, I did love this episode. I thought it was a brilliant way to end off this story arc. And again, that music, when it hit hard with the feels. Honestly, I can't wait to see what the next Railgun story arc is going to consist of. And if you haven't already, go check out my breakdown video of the next story arc opening. And of course, let me know your thoughts on this episode within the comments down below. Hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, hit that like button. And of course, subscribe for more index related content from myself. But until next time, have a great day. Arigato, matane, goodbye.